Geographers. It's the night before your paper 1 living with the physical environment exam and you are all ready. Okay, but I'm going to take you through a couple of tips and tricks that we've gone over in class, but just to remind you. So the paper is split into 3 sections. Section A is the challenge of natural hazards, where you'll look at tectonic hazards, such as our examples, Haiti and Japan. You'll look at weather hazards, such as our examples, Typhoon Haiyan and Storm Kieran. And then you'll look at climate change as well. Section B is the living world, where you'll look at tropical rainforests and cold environments with our case studies Sumatra, Indonesia and Alaska. Section C, you'll look at the physical landscapes in the UK, focusing on coasts and rivers, not glaciers, where you'll look at our case study of West Witterings and the River Cocker. On this paper, there is a series of lots of different marked questions. Some might be multiple choice, some might be graphs and maths questions, some might be short 2, 3, 4 mark questions, where you do need to be careful on those because sometimes they will ask you for one reason, okay? And that one reason just needs to be expanded 2 to 3 times. And you'll also have a series of essay questions, 6 and 9 mark questions. Look at the different command word that question wants you to do. So for example, on the board, the one that students commonly make mistakes with are describe and explain. A describe is asking you to say what you see. Okay, just describe the characteristics, set out those characteristics. Whereas an explain is asking you to say how or say why. Okay, so the reasons behind it. It's really important that you bring your pencil, ruler and calculator to your geography exam, particularly on those maths questions. You need to use a pencil and a ruler. If you make a mistake, you're not going to be able to correct it if it is in pen. Now your 6 and 9 mark questions are really important. These could be the difference between you getting a grade 8 and a grade 9. So firstly, you have to look at that command word. And the way you're going to do this is you are going to bug every 6 and 9 mark question. You'll box the command word. What is it asking you to do? The 3 on the board are the most commonly used for our 9 mark questions. So evaluate, assess and discuss. For both a 6 and a 9 mark question, you need 2 paragraphs and you need 2 pill structure paragraphs. Remember, in our PIL, our point, evidence, explain, link, the 2 most important parts of those paragraphs are our explain, okay, where you're saying how or why it is a challenge, or how or why that's a more severe impact, okay, as well as our example. You have to be specific, relate it to our case studies or the figure. Some of the 6 and 9 mark questions will have a figure as well as asking for your own knowledge. Your own knowledge is your case study. The figure must have a paragraph in itself. So if your 2 paragraphs, one if it has a figure on the figure and the other on your case study. For your 9 mark question, you need to make sure you have a conclusion. If it's asking you to assess which of the primary and secondary effects are more significant, tell me which in your conclusion. There is no right or wrong answer in geography for your conclusions. You just have to give your opinion and back it up. And back it up with what you said previously in your answers. Okay, so in the back of your head for your 6 and 9 mark questions, I want you to make sure you've bugged the question and you're thinking, well, so what? What does this mean? Therefore, because. Okay, make sure you're fully expanding that point. Now, this is your chance to showcase what you know, okay, and it's your chance to improve in the next couple of months before your actual exam. So enjoy every moment because you will conquer this, okay? Go into that exam saying you know it because I know you do. Good luck, Year 11.